What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we are back with another Warhammer video for you guys today. And today we have the Scheming Skaven versus the Vampire Lords. Now, you can see this quite going to be a big monster mash. I mean, not so much a monster mash, but a very interesting match. So guys, you can currently see here, this is pretty much our setup on this flank. We decided to go with a corner camping build, mainly because we brought a lot of artillery, a lot of ranged units, and we noticed that there was high ground over here. So we're like, all right, you know what? Let's set up over here. Let's try and get some range between us and my opponent. See how much damage we can do. So guys, our front line is consisting of four groups of clan rat spears with shields. You can see them all lined up there and there. We then have a secondary line of 2 storm vermin and the blight scabs plague pack. Main reason we got these guys is because these guys provide a buff to units around them that makes them immune to psychology. So that hits both groups of our storm vermin, as well as Lord Skrulk Daddy in the back here with Liber Bubonicus and all his good spells to summon in the plague monks and the clan rats. We then have 2 groups of the rat ogres on each flanks, they're pretty much going to be our cavalry kind of thing. We then also have the Avalanche Mortars, the Regiment of Renowned Death Globe Mortars. These guys wreck cavalry. They do a ton of damage to infantry. We then have a Hell Pit Abomination, mainly for that sort of security, having a high health monster, anti-large capabilities, taking on dragons just in case he bought some, which, well, guess what, he did. We then also have the Natty Bubo's Sharpshooters, the Warplock Zale's Regiment of Renowned. What is the restricted aim? We then also have 2 groups of Plague Claw Catapults, because I was like, surely he's going to bring a lot of chaff, a lot of zombies, a lot of skeleton warriors. And then protecting that, we've got one of the Council Guard at the back there, the Storm Vermin Regiment of Renowned Halberd variant. As for my opponent, you can currently see, we didn't know about these cavalry placed behind us. We had no idea. But for his front line, he's got a bunch of Crypt Ghouls, 4 groups of those guys. He's got 2 groups of the Grave Guard, as well as 2 Black Knights, both the Lancers and the Bardings. He also has 4 groups of Hex Wraiths, I believe. 2 groups of Hex Wraiths, 2 Can Wraiths, as well as in the sky, he also has 2 groups of the Fellbats, probably just for scouting. And as for his lord, he's got a Lamian Vampire Lord up on the Dragon, Invocation of Nehek and all the good healing stuff. And also a Corpse Cart with the Unholy Lodestone, which provides mass regeneration. And he also has Krell, which is a hero exclusive to the SFO mod. Oh, actually, no, you can summon him in the base game, but he's only like a temporary summon. So guys, this is going to be a very interesting battle, but without further ado, let's get this match underway. So at the moment, like I said, we didn't actually see these guys, and then it popped up on our HUD saying you have spotted the enemies or whatever, because I think we moved them. Yeah, there you go. You can see there the troops have uncovered hidden foes. So I was like, oh shit, this is a problem. We have a bunch of Can Wraiths coming up behind us. Now, these guys are ethereal, so they are a little bit harder to hit if you don't have magic damage. But right now, the Warplock Jezzails are firing in on, I think they just were auto-firing. The Plague Claw Catapults as well are also firing. We do reposition our Rat Ogres on the flanks here to try and intercept these Fellbats. And I'm pretty sure we do send another group over here to help out the Storm Vermin as well. But you can see we've got the catapults firing in on all these Crypt Ghouls. Look at the damage. I mean, they're not hidden for anything amazing. We do have the Warplock Jezzails firing in on the Lamian Vampire Lord. Everyone's ready to go. The Avalanche Mortars still have a little bit to go. And you can see we do send the Rat Ogres in to try and help out against the Can Race. Because these guys are ethereal, it makes matters a whole lot harder. And then we realize that there's actually 2 of these groups over here. And we're like, well, crap. Because we didn't have any magic damage. You can see here the Fellbats, though, they are going to come up onto these Plague Claw Catapults to try and shut them down. We do send our Rat Ogres over here once we notice. And we're still firing in on the Vampire Lord. Poison Wind Mortars, they are opening up on the Crypt Ghouls, dealing the damage. And we do start to reposition some of our forces over here. We do send the Storm Vermin out on this flank to try and defend against the Black Knights. The Clan Rats over here are defending this flank. We do notice there is 2 groups of Hex Wraiths coming up onto us now, and we're like, well, this is bad. We're in trouble. We send the Hell Pit Abomination back here as well to help fight off at these Fellbats. The Warplock Jezzails are doing work on the Vampire Lord, and we do switch our Plague Claw catapults to start targeting the Grave Guard as well, the more expensive units. The frontline battle is currently underway. Clan Rats are fighting the Crypt Ghouls. Blight Scabs Plague Packs are like fighting this. A little bit of a misplay from my opponent. I think he should have probably cycled them around or in front to get the full force in effect. Dragon Breath does come down on the Avalanche Mortars, I believe, dealing a bit of damage. A couple of the Hex Wraiths do manage to get into the Avalanche Mortars as well. And you can see we are positioning our Hell Pit Abomination over here to fight the Lamian Vampire Lord. The Storm Vermin are also here ready to go. And yeah, these guys were on the front lines, but we did move them back as well. You can see we've intercepted the Black Knights with the Rat Ogres, and they are still fighting over here. And the Warplock Jezzails are currently held up with the bats, but they have crumbled. There is a summon of zombies on top of our catapults. Right now, I wasn't too worried about the catapults. They have done most of the work. We weren't too worried about them. They have managed to shut down most of the infantry line. The Grave Guard was the last kind of threat, but even then, they're not too bad. We would have had the Storm Vermin as well as all our artillery, not artillery pieces, the Hell Pit Abomination and the Storm Vermin. A big Black Claw, I can't remember what the exact spell of it is, the Pendulum? Something Pendulum coming across the artillery pieces. That is pretty much striking fear into them, and it's going to start wavering. They do continue to fire, luckily though, straight into the Grave Guard. We've got the Clan Rats holding two groups of infantry here. A recharge from the Black Knights into our group of Storm Vermin, unfortunately. Lord Skrulk Daddy is fighting Krell. We do pop Liber Bubonicus on him to deal a lot of damage, and you can see here we do need to get Skrulky Daddy out of here because he's taken a huge beating. A huge breath attack as well, shredding our Plague Pack right here, just absolutely demolishing them. Luckily, Krell is stuck up in this fight to sort of ignore Skrulk, so Skrulk does manage to get away. The zombies are shut down. One of our Plague Claw catapults is also shut down. The Storm Vermin still holding the Can Wraiths over here. We do manage to get our Warplock Jezzails back online, and they are firing into the Lamian Vampire Lord. He did pop an Invocation of Nehek. However, he has just crested the hill, so we can't actually shoot him. So we do switch them over onto Krell, or the Corpse Cart, I believe. Rat Ogre is doing a pretty good job against the Black Knights. They are just kind of surrounded, though, and recharged. So they do start sort of wavering and routing. Lord Skrulk Daddy is moving. We get it in a group of Clan Rats as well to try and stop any sort of charges coming from this infantry line. And right now, the Lamian Vampire Lord, big mistake, coming into the Storm Vermin. I do believe he was just trying to shut down this catapult, which he successfully does manage to do, I'm pretty sure, after this. But we do reposition our Storm Vermin into combat, and they are going to deal some serious damage to this Dragon Daddy. You guys want to poke him instead of just like standing there spazzing out? There we go, and you can see the dragon is slowly getting out of there with what little remains of his health. A lightning reflexes does go down, 25% damage resistance, 25 speed, and you can see he's coming for Skrulk Daddy, and I'm like, I need to get out of here. At this stage, we had like an 8-second cooldown on the Liber Bubonicus, so I'm like, I need to get Skrulk Daddy out, I need to survive, and you can see that we do manage to get Liber Bubonicus on him just at the last second. Skrulk Daddy running away, and the Lamian Vampire Lord, he's going to come in for the charge. Unfortunately, he goes down just like that at the end of his pendulum as well. Skrulk Daddy manages to get away, the sneaky rat, the blind rat, with his Liber Bubonicus shutting down the Vampire Lord. Great play there. I was really proud of that play of myself. I was like, God damn, that was good. We do get a Plague Month's summon in as well to try and shut down the rest of these Black Knights and free the Warplock Jezzails so we can actually take on Krell. Because Krell is over here still fighting the Blight Scabs play pack as well as the rest of these Plague Monks, because these guys are unbreakable, they are immune to Psych, so they will fight till the death, and you can see that the rest of the forces are starting to crumble. Krell is crumbling, the Can Wraiths are coming in. We do bring in another group of Clan Rats just before Skrulk starts wavering. Storm Vermin, the Council Guard up here, they have held two groups of Can Wraiths pretty much all game. Huge play by these guys. We do send the Hell Pit Abomination over here to help out because these guys are unbreakable as well, but they're not going to be able to deal the damage that we need to kill these Can Wraiths. So the Hell Pit Abomination, he's coming in. We pretty much just wanted to rout these guys off because my opponent would have lost soon to army losses. Clan Rats are over here fighting zombies, that's all good. These guys do manage to shut down Krell. This is pretty much the last pocket of resistance, and they are crumbling, as well as the Can Wraiths up here on the hill. And the Hell Pit Abomination, he's stomping, he's smashing, he's roaring, he's just doing everything he can to take on these ethereal cavalry. And just like that, they finish crumbling. And that is essentially, I think that's it. I think it was just the zombies over here because they are unbreakable because they are summoned. And that is it, guys. We managed to win that one. Thank golly gosh. Love playing me some Skaven. And that match went really well, I reckon. A lot of plays by both me and my opponent. Definitely the Can Race on that flank. Whew. They were a danger. I was not expecting that. The Vampire Lord managed to rack up quite a few kills, mainly probably against the Clan Rats and the Breaths. The Storm Vermin coming in with the clutch, 202 kills there. The Avalanche Mortars, they got shut down very quickly. We didn't protect them as well as we should have. Rat Ogre's doing really good. Hell Pit Abomination as well, doing really good. And the Plague Claw Catapults. I really wouldn't change anything about this build. I really liked it. I'm glad we had Skrulk with the Libo Bubonicus. Otherwise, we would not have been able to kill the Lamian Vampire Lord when we did. Probably would have eventually managed to get around to it with the Natty Bubos, but wouldn't have been able to kill it, and Skrulk would have died, preventing us from getting 2 more summons in. So, yeah, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe down below for more. But other than that, guys, I will catch you in the next one.